Betsy's Sunday School Bible Classics. Today's story is The Priest and the Concubine. Judges chapter 19 through 21. A priest and a concubine lived in Bethlehem. One day they went traveling and came to a little town called Gibeah. The people in Gibeah were from the tribe of Benjamin, and they were called Benjaminites. All the motels were full. So the priest and the concubine spent the night at the house of a nice old man.
You can come stay at my house, strangers.
While they were eating their supper, the men of the town came and beat on the door. They asked the old man to give them the priest so they could rape him. But the old man was a nice host, and he protected his guest.
I'd never give you my guest, you wicked, wicked men. Eat, dear.
I think I lost my appetite.
He offered instead to give them the man's concubine and his own daughter to rape instead.
But unto this man do not so vile a thing.
Then the priest pushed his concubine out to the mob and quickly shut the door. The mob gang raped her all night, and when the sun came up, they let her go. The woman crawled back to the old man's house and fell down at his doorstep. After breakfast, the priest found her there and said,
Come on, get up. Time to go.
But she didn't move because she was dead. So the priest took a knife and cut her into 12 pieces and sent one to each tribe. He was used to cutting up animals for God, so he knew how to do it. The body parts were to tell the other tribes to come to war.
Come on, Zeke, we have to go to war with Gibeah. How do you know? Levi sent us afoot.
400,000 soldiers showed up. The priest told them that the Benjaminites of Gibeah had attacked him, and when they thought they had killed him, then they raped and killed his concubine.
I swear his sword was this big.
The other tribes swore that none of them would ever allow their daughters to marry a Benjaminite. They asked the Benjaminites to turn over the bad men of Gibeah so they could kill them.
Turn over the rapists or else.
The Benjaminites said no. Then they added 26,000 soldiers to the 700 from Gibeah, and they all went to war. After some battles, the Israelites ambushed the Benjaminites and killed them all.
We won!
Then they burned their towns, murdered their citizens, and killed their cows. But 600 Benjaminite men hid and survived at the rock of Rimmon. Then the Israelites realized the Benjaminites would become extinct because they killed all of their women and almost all their men.
Uh-oh, we might have gone too far. What do you mean? There's supposed to be 12 tribes, not 11.
And also, those men left weren't allowed to marry any of the other Israelites' daughters.
I miss my wife and my daughter and every woman I have ever known, and there's no one I can marry. The Benjaminites are history. I just want to get laid.
Then the Israelites remembered a town called Jabesh Gilead, where the townsfolk didn't show up for the war. So the Israelite soldiers went there and stabbed to death all the males and all the non-virgin females. The 400 virgin girls who were left were given to the Benjaminite men so they could have wives.
Hello, new wife. I know this is awkward. We've both lost our families, but we will make a new one.
But I'm only 6.
But they needed 200 more women.
What are we supposed to do? Guess we'll have to be gay.
God forbid!
Then the Israelites remembered there was a harvest festival every year in the vineyards of Shiloh. They told the single Benjaminite men to go hide in the bushes, and when the girls came out to party, they could grab a wife. So the Benjaminites did not go extinct, and all the tribes lived happily ever after. The end.